Hi there, and welcome to another Pilates Circuits from home. So we are going to get on with this session. 8 Pilates mat-based exercises performed at 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. If you want to make this a little bit harder or a little bit longer workout, feel free to repeat those 8 exercises after our first set, and then we'll go on to a cardio drill, and then an abs drill, and then a 2-minute plank challenge. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. We're going to start getting warmed up. So we're just going to start by just gentle jogging on the spot. Just trying to, as we jog, just trying to think about lengthening the spine. Just nice and easy. Start to think about drawing the breath in, filling the breath nice and wide and full to the body. Exhaling the breath, emptying the breath through the mouth. Being aware of gently zipping up through the pelvic floor, being aware of that gentle connection, ribcage gently drawn together, shoulder blades down. And then from our gentle jog, we're just going to take little heel flicks. Flick your heels up towards the bum. Try and stay tall and try not to collapse down. Try to stay open across the chest, across the collarbone. Keep those breaths flowing in and breaths flowing back out. Another 3, another 2, and another 1. Perfect. Take it towards the back of your mat. I'm just going to take a few roll downs just to try and mobilize the spine and get all those postural muscles just firing and just get some flow into our body. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll your body down. Pause for a second as we stretch through the backs of the legs. Inhale, spread the toes in your shoes. Exhale, scoop up through the arches of your thighs, pelvic floor, bringing yourself nice and tall. Inhale as you exhale, rolling it down again. And then from there, we're just going to take a little walk out with our hands into our plank position. Inhale the breath as you exhale, right knee to right hand, tap it back. Inhale as you exhale, left knee to left hand, tap it back. This time we're going to inhale, lengthen as we exhale. Take the right knee under the body to the left elbow. Pause for a second, pushing it back. And then the same with the left side. Glide it under the body to the right elbow and press it back. This time opening through the hips. We're going to take our right knee to the outside of our right elbows. Pause for a second, press it back. Left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Pause for a second, press it back. And then from there, just slowly lower down to the floor. Untuck the toes, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale to lengthen, and as you exhale, bring it up into your swan dive. And then lengthen as you lay your body down. And one more, peeling yourself up, getting that little extension. Inhale, center. As you exhale, look over your right shoulder down to your right toes. Inhale to center. As you exhale, look over your left shoulder down to left toes. Bring it back into center and slowly take it back down. Push it back, walk it back into 4-point kneeling, and then from there, look, cat stretch. We're going to inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly button towards the spine. Send the spine towards the ceiling as you push the floor away. Empty the breath. Inhale, lifting the gaze, the chest, the heart, separating the sit bones at the back of the body, opening across the collarbone in the front of the body, and a couple a little quicker. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And from there, tuck the toes under. Walk it back to the soles of the feet. Send the tailbone tall. Stretch to the backs of the legs. Scoop up to the arches in your thighs, pelvic floor, bringing yourself into standing, and give a few little rolls with your shoulders, and then a few big circles with the arms, and then just a little rotation into our body as we rotate, spiraling the spine upwards. Let the hands just gently tap. They bring awareness to our body, bring that body awareness, they bring the blood flow, they bring the oxygen, the nutrients, the energy. Perfect. Bring it all the way back into center, and we are good to go. Okay, so I'm going to go through the first exercise for us, and in between each exercise, on the 15-second changeover, I'll give you the next exercise for the session. Okay, so we're going to start with our jumping jacks, feet together, spine nice and tall and lengthened. We've opened through the front of the head, so we've activated through the back of the legs and the glutes, shoulders down, and then we're wide and in. Okay, so think star shoulder. Okay, so 10 seconds bell will go to tell us that we are ready to start. And then it will be our 30 seconds on and our 15 seconds off. So find your starting position, ground your feet down to the floor, find the length, zip up, connect. We start tall and then out. Press those arms out like levers and you press down into center. So as everything comes into center, think about everything hugging into that midline. Nice and strong with the arms. Press the legs together, draw through that pelvic floor. And then open and press, open and press, open and press. Keep that breath long, keep your body moving. Feel free just to do the legs if you prefer, if you need to take the intensity down. We're nearly there. Perfect. So from there, we're going to take it to our wall. So a wall, hopefully there's one close to you. And we're just going to take it to our wall squat. So we're going to take our feet hip distance apart, walk away from the wall slightly, slide it down. When you slide it down, we're looking for right angles at our knees, right angles at our hips, and press the back of the head and the body back towards that wall. So we're just holding it here and we're breathing. I want you to make sure the pelvic floor is drawn up, so we're not pushing down and bearing down our weight. Pubic bone, tailbone, they draw together, they scoop up. The two body parts in the bum, the sit bones, they draw together, they scoop up. Those four low points lift, they lighten the load. Belly button draws back towards the spine, slides up behind the rib cage, open across the chest and the collarbone. Perfect. Bring yourself back up. Find yourself onto your mat now. We're going for alternating single toe tap. Our head can be down as we take one toe down and then change. Or the head can be rounded forward. Just make sure we have length through our spine, our pelvis is in neutral. Toes don't have to go all the way down towards the floor, just as low as your body allows. Your pelvis is staying neutral. No change into the knees. Lower and down, draw back up. Inhale in one way, exhale the other. Gaze is along the horizon, chin slightly down to the chest. The head is cradled or the head is rested onto the floor. So we've got a little bit more support and stability. We are nearly there. Perfect. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to go for our squat jump. So we're going to stand, we're going to squat down and then lift. Squat and lift. So the legs are going to stay quite wide. I want you to power up, reach your crown of the head tall. So squat and jump, squat, jump. Try and reach as close to the floor as you can. Fingertips if you can, palms of hands if you can. Power. Really feel that drawn up through the inner thighs, through the pelvic floor. That lightening of that load, that explosion. Send your body tall. Stay with it. Nice breath in, nice breath out. Perfect. Okay, get the breath back on this 15 seconds. Take yourself down onto your mat when you can. We're going for our scissors, low scissors. So we're going to send your two legs as high or as low as your body can and just scissor them up and down. Bring yourself forward if you can and you wish. Once again, we're looking to gaze along the horizon if the head is rounded forward. Draw that belly button towards the spine. Feel the ribcage drawn together, so we're not doming out, we're not pushing up through the abdominals. We've got 8, 7, 6, we're on our last 5. Well done, perfect. From there, we're taking it straight over into our hill climbers. This can be fast, this can be slow. Hands are below the shoulders, lengthen the body long. One leg in and back, other leg in and back. So you want to think about the pelvis staying neutral. If you want to take it faster, add a little bit more speed. But make sure we get that length of the leg. Reaching the leg nice and long behind. Keep breathing in and exhaling. Pushing the floor away. Trying to make sure we don't collapse in between the shoulder blades. Making sure we don't let go of that connection through our core. Perfect, well done. We're on our last one for this. This is a Russian twist. So, start nice and tall, little C curve, and then we're just going to rotate and tap. Make it harder by taking your legs up. Regardless of what version, make sure the legs stay still. So the pelvis, the legs, the lower body, there's no movement. Drawing the breath in and exhaling the breath. Letting the eyes follow and track with the hands. Working into that waist. Super glue in those legs. On the last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. So grab yourself a drink. Take a little break. I will change our timer. So our next one is going to be 20 seconds on, time's gone down, and 10 seconds rest. Rest has gone down. Okay, so before we get started, I will show you the exercises we're going to do. Make sure you have a drink in between. Stay hydrated. So the first one we're going to do is going to be our pulsing lunge. So our Pilates box is nice and square. Got even weight, even length through the 2 sides of our body. Our shoulders are stacked over our hips. We're going to step one leg forward, tuck the tailbone under, take it down into a little lunge, and we're just going to pulse there. So try and keep shoulders over hips, back knee reaching down, open through the fronts of the hips. Next one's just going to be the other side, and then the next one after that is going to be our jump lunge. Now you can choose, you can step it out, you can jump it out. So choose your intensity, do a combination of both if you wish. So either step in, step it back, step in, step it back, or our jump. Hands to the side or on the hips, wherever works for you. Okay, we'll move this out of the way. So on the floor, a bit more stable base, it'll be a bit easier. So when you're ready, we're going to have 10 seconds. 10 seconds to get yourself into position. So we're starting with our pulse. So we're going to take our right leg to begin with. Square up the Pilates box, step it out, tuck the tailbone, and just pulse it there. The back knee reaching down, we open across the front of the hips. We've opened across the chest and collarbone. The shoulder blades are gliding down towards the base of the spine. Crown of the head is reaching tall to ceiling, tailbone reaches down. That corset is hugging and wrapping. Perfect. March it out. We're going to take it to the other side. Nice and tall with the inhale. Exhale, step it out. Tuck the tailbone under, lunge it down. So again, that nice open through the front of the hips, activating through the glutes. Spread the toes in your shoes, in the front of the body and the back of the body. Think awareness of our feet, using them for balance, stability, creating a bigger base of support, even though we're still in the shoes. And again, belly button drawn towards the spine, slide it up. Perfect. Next one, choose your step out or your jump in. So, lengthen the spine nice and long. We're going to 2 seconds. We step it out, we press it back. We step it out, we press it back. Or we change, alternating. Sinking it down, zip it up, sinking it down, zip it up. Crown of the head stays tall, trying to keep those shoulders over our hips. Try not to send the chest forward and the bum back. Perfect. Round one. One more round to do. This one is done. Back to our step in. Sorry, our step out pulse. So we'll step out, tuck the tailbone under, and pulse. Draw the breath wide and full as you exhale, empty. Squeeze all the breath out. Draw the breath in. We're nearly there. Spread those toes. Find that length. Perfect. March it out. Other side. Square off. Think symmetry through the Pilates box. Spread the toes in the back leg. Step out the front leg. And pulse it out. Shoulders are down. We've opened through the sides of the body as we lift the ribcage out the pelvis. We're thinking length and space into the spine in between each vertebrae. Draw the shoulders down so we have length from ear to shoulder. Nearly there. Well done. Our last 20 seconds, okay? So find your starting position. Lengthen tall, square off, and off we go. Alternating or stepping it out. Big breaths in, big breaths out. We are over halfway. Stay with it if you can. Our last 3, 2, And 1. Perfect, well done. Get your breath back, grab yourself a drink, and then find yourself down onto your mat, and we will go through our next one. Okay, so we're doing exactly the same timing. We've got 3 exercises for the ab drill, same as we did in the last one. 3 exercises, 2 rounds. Okay, so that's only 2 minutes in total of work. Our first one for this is going to be feet flat down, toes pointing forward, find your pelvis into neutral. So think about where your hips are, think about where your pubic bone is, and find that nice level position between the hips and the pubic bone. Small, natural curve in the lower lumbar spine. Spread the toes, find that base. We're going to cradle the head with one hand and take the other hand up and over. So we're thinking waist, we're thinking diagonal. As we inhale to begin to come forward, and exhale, reach to the hand to the outside of the knee. As you reach over, try and feel as though the back of the pelvis on the opposite side is staying down to the floor. We've not rotated everything. The legs aren't collapsing in together. We have stayed stable from the pelvis down as we mobilize through the upper body. So we start, we cross and back, and cross and back. The other one, next one is the opposite side. Exactly the same, lengthening it back and rounding it forward. Our next one is going to be our scissors. So we're going to send one leg away, draw one leg in towards us, hug that leg in, and change, and change, and change. Okay, so the exercises, 20 seconds each with a 10-second rest in between. And we are going in 10 seconds, so find your starting position. If you need to, don't reach as far, just round it and just as far as you can manage. Don't take the arm all the way overhead if you prefer. If you can, open it all the way down, then do. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and reach at the exhale. Inhale, squeeze everything internal. Inhale, draw the breath. Exhale, empty. Squeeze and perfect. Other side. Lengthen one arm away. Soften the rib cage. Connect. We inhale to prepare and lengthen. And exhale, reach. Find that little bit of rotation. That's like the shoulder folding to the opposite hip. Exhale. Reach the hand to the outside of that leg. Let the leg stay stationary. Let the pelvis stay still. 3 more seconds. Exhale. Perfect. When you're ready, our scissors. The head can stay down onto the floor. The range can be shorter, or you can round it forward and try and get a little bit more range. One leg is low to the floor. The other leg reaching as far overhead as you can. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Or any breath pattern that works for you, that you make sure it's not holding the breath, that the breath flows in and the breath flows back out. Well done. That is round 1 of our abs. Ready for our second and our last round, pelvis neutral. Cradle the head in the hands, other arm over, exhale, reach. Inhale, exhale, reach. Find that nice length. Reach the outside, reach it over, reach the outside, reach over. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Only 3 seconds. Stay with it if you can. Well done. Switch your hands, close the ribs, get that connection. Pelvis neutral, arm reaches overhead. Lengthen with the inhale, exhale, cross. So the back of the hand reaches to the outside of that leg. Reach and open and reach. Exhaling. One hand just supporting the head and the neck, so there should be no strain through the front of the neck. Chin slightly resting down towards the chin. Perfect. Our last exercise, our 20 seconds left on this one. Send your legs long. Hold on to one leg, round forward if you wish. If you send the other leg away, and we alternate and change. Scissor. Trying to keep that pelvis and Pilates box as stable. Using the hands to draw that leg in just a little closer to the body. Then sending that leg as low to the floor as you can. We are nearly there. Oh, well done. Perfect. Okay, so that is our abs done. We are now on to our final part of our circuits for today. We don't need that timer. We're changing it for, there we go again, change up. So we're going for our 30 seconds for our plank, 4 variations of our plank, which will make our 2 minute in total for our 2 minute plank challenge. Okay, so there is no official rest on this, as in there will not be a buzzer to tell you to rest, but you just listen to your body, and if you need to rest, you rest it out. And the idea is, as the plank challenges go on, as you do this more often, that you should feel yourself getting a little bit stronger, be able to enjoy the planks for a bit longer, keeping better alignment and principles. So it's a good self-assessment. So make sure before we go into our final plank challenge, grab a drink. Okay, so we are starting off. We're going to start off in our full plank, okay? We are going to take it to our step out with our hands, then we're going to stabilize, we're going to step out with our legs, then we're going to stay in a plank, and then we're going to finish off with hover knees up and down, okay? So first one, ordinary plank. We're going to be moving the arms, so if you need to, you can take it down to a half plank. We're going to step one hand out, the other hand out, one hand in, other hand in, okay? So we have our step outs with our hands. And then the next one is going to be step outs with our legs. Step one out, step one out, step one in, step one in. The next one's going to be just stationary. And then the last one, we're going to step into our hover knees and tap and scoop and tap and scoop. Okay? Are we good? Are we ready? Grab that drink if you need to. You have 10 seconds to get yourself into position. So we are going in 3. In 2, in 1. So we're now, we step out, step in, step in, step out, step in, step in. So we're shifting the base of support. The rest of the body is having to adjust. Really engage that core, wrap the corset, draw the belly button towards the spine. Feel the length from the tailbone to the crown of the head, to the knees if you're in half, to the heels if you're in full. We are nearly there, and then we're going to take it, our hands are in, we step one leg, other leg in, out, out, in, out, in. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep thinking about that rib cage, gently drawn together underneath the body. Keep thinking of that breath, going all the way down into the sides, a full lateral breath. 5 seconds, and then we are stationary plank. We are nearly there. Stationary plank, any version you wish. Take it to forearms if you need, full arms if you can. Half knees or full legs. Push the heels one way, squeeze through the back of legs and glutes. Zip up through the pelvic floor. Wrap the corset. Find that length through the spine, through the back of the neck. Find the breath, drawing in wide and full. Exhaling and emptying. We're on our last 5. Then we're going to step it in and take it to our hover knee tap. Step it in, knees under our hips, hands stay under our shoulders. We tap and scoop. Just an inch or 2 off the floor, no more. Small, controlled move. Nice, even, steady breaths. As you exhale for that deeper connection, everything hugging to midline, belly button drawn towards the spine. On our last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Oh, we have done it. Perfect. Take yourself a little shell stretch first, and then we're going to stretch it out. So take your knees a little wider. Sink your bum right back down to the heels. Walk your hands forward. Draw the breath in. So trying to get that heart rate down, draw the breath back wide and full into the back of the pelvis, into the back of the ribs, into the shoulders. A full, calm, energized breath. As you exhale, into from the shoulders, back of the ribs, back of the pelvis. Perfect. When you're ready, walk it all the way up. We're going to tuck the toes under, send the heels down, send the legs nice and long. Take that stretch to the backs of the legs, let the head just hang, and then let the bottom sink down towards the heels. And then send that bottom nice and high, let the head just hang. And then from there, walk your hands out into your plank for a second, and then we're going to pike it up and take it down. So send the tailbone tall, lengthen through the spine, sink the heels down to the floor as you stretch to the backs of the legs, find a length into the spine, and then start to alternate and paddle those heels down. Perfect. Then from there, we're just going to release that slightly and start to walk your feet slowly in towards your hands. Rest the head, bend in the knees, scoop it up, bring it into standing. Look, roll with our shoulders. Perfect. Draw the shoulders up, draw the shoulders down. And then from there, it's going to take a nice big stretch and circle the arms. Nice big stretch and circle. Nice big stretch and circle. Take one hand, reach the hand arm towards the base of the spine. Take the opposite hand onto the elbow and just stretch through the back of the arm. And then release, and the other one. Take that nice stretch. Perfect, and release. And then again, we're just going to take just a few little rotations. And then a few little reaches out. Stretch just a little bit more. They'll flow into the body. Ease out any tension. And then bring it back into center. Nice inhale, reach up, stretch up onto your toes. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, nice and wide and full. And exhale down. And a last full breath in. Well done. Thank you so much for joining again. Make sure you drink lots today. And hopefully we will see you again for another Pilates at home circuits. Okay, if you wish, there is also some plank challenges being posted. Feel free to try them in between now and the next circuit session. Okay, till then, see you. Bye bye.